Hey, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Spanish John here, and man, I am ever thankful for you lot.
Yeah!
Derpy, how the hell did you get in here? Sorry about that, folks. It is because of you that we are here today, doing our 100th video already. I know, it's crazy. 100 videos in 1 year? Well, maybe a little bit over. I don't know the exact date, but I can definitely say it all started with that first video. That if you scroll all the way down, or if you're smart enough, you just filter to oldest to newest, but anyway, of the unboxing of the Steam Deck. That is our humble beginnings. That is the thing that propelled us forward into doing unboxings, as well as the main purpose of me testing games on the Steam Deck ever since it came out. Like, I had been watching it before it came out, and once it did come out, you know, I see that it was mixed reviews, and there wasn't many people covering the actual games themselves. They would just be like, oh, here's how Destiny works versus this. And we all know Destiny doesn't work in Linux mode, but if you install Windows on the deck, etc., this and that, there were some people that tested some games between Linux and Windows, and those were surprisingly, I'm not gonna say they weren't good, they were good, but they yielded surprising results, is what I was trying to say. We found out that games still ran better on Linux than they did on Windows, which has a lot to say about something I'm going to mention a little bit later in this video, but we'll get there when we get there. The other thing that came out of unboxing the Steam Deck, well, is the unboxing part. And honestly, I always plan to do unboxings too. Especially when I wanted to find out what exactly came in a certain Blu-ray, and there was just no videos about it. Really annoying. So I'm hoping that with my unboxing videos I can showcase some stuff and you guys know what's coming inside, and you can make a decision on whether or not you wanted to get that special edition, or just in general. I might consider doing regular editions at some point, just so you know if it's even worth your time, or if you just should stay digital. Now, before I do a little bit more deep dive into some stuff, I just want to give the TLDR for anybody out there who wants it. Steam Deck Saturday will continue. We will finish Season 2. Not sure about Season 3 yet, but Season 2 is coming back. Weather has been getting a little bit better, at least enough for me to be able to do a video or two, edit it sometime later, and then post it up. So if I gotta break this up into 3 days, I will. And I say that because here's a tidbit you didn't know until now, probably, unless you really pay attention. Most of these are done the same day. So, yeah. The Scarlet and Violet Pokemon PSA is gonna be here tomorrow, because this video is taking a bit, and I also have 2 other videos in the pipeline that I want to get out before that. Pretty much it's like a set of 4 videos I want to do all together, like back to back to back, starting with this one that you're probably seeing right now, to be honest. For those of you who joined back when I first did my Hogwarts Legacy video and are interested in that, it is coming, don't worry. One of the wrap-up videos that I'm doing is about the Final Fantasy 16 stream. The other one I won't talk about, you'll just have to wait for it. Actually, the other 2, because I said it's a set of 4, but we're almost there. We do that. Like I said, one of the videos is about Final Fantasy 16. We wrap up Forspoken. We react finally to Sonic, and then by then we should be getting into our first long play on here, starting with Hogwarts Legacy. I think we should be starting roughly around the time it launches on Switch, ironically enough. But with all that said, let's dive right in, starting with the first one. The impression videos are actually something kind of new to the channel. Always plan to react to Sony and Nintendo Directs, and yes, I understand Sony doesn't call them a Direct, they call them State of Play, but being lazy here. That was always a plan, especially being more of a Sony fan than a Nintendo fan. And not that I'm not a Nintendo fan, but it's kind of hard to get excited when the games sadly run better on a different platform. But I digress. It was the mixed reviews regarding Sonic Frontiers back last year, the whole ordeal with Cyberpunk, which we definitely don't touch on this channel, but just wanted to mention it. Obviously, the whole deal with Forspoken, sorry. And in general, we know since like roughly the Sonic time frame until recent, games have been kind of hit or miss. So I think it's good that someone such as myself here is doing these first impressions. And while I tend to do them day one, it's actually surprisingly turning out better to do it 6 months later to see what has changed. Because, yeah, you know, initially, even Final Fantasy XIV sucked ass. Like, so bad that they pulled it off and it took a whole year for them to remake it and return it as A Realm Reborn. So, I'm not mad that it's taking me this long. I just wanted you guys to know it was never intentional to take this long to react to Forspoken, Sonic Frontiers, etc. But we're doing it. Thank you for your patience in that regard. Now as we carry on, like I said, it's been a year since this channel has started, which means it's been roughly a year and a half since the Steam Deck has been out, almost nearing 2. But I'm sure the bigger question on your mind is about a certain competitor out there. And to answer your questions right now, no, we will not be getting the Asus ROG Ally. Looks good, but it's just not in the cards right now. Just no funds, unfortunately. Would love to test it, especially at that point I would consider getting a second memory card for my Steam Deck and doing direct Windows to Windows comparison. But that's neither here or there. It is what it is in that regard. Moving right along, Pokemon PSAs. Those, I really don't know how it started, but I'm glad they did. It helps me remember to put in these codes and hopefully reminds you too. And it gives you something to look forward to do on the weekend. I know we all have a big backlog of games, but sometimes, you know, going back to what we love is just fine, and knowing that there's something new to actually do helps. Lastly, before I wrap up here, I know I only made one video on it, but I did plan, and I think I even mentioned it then, on a second video, possibly a third, and it's coming on is a Steam Deck worthy laptop replacement. Still thinking on a better name for it, but if not, we'll just, you know, name it again, number 2. Simple as that. And with that, we've reached the end, folks. I must thank you again. Seriously, I can't thank you enough for being here on my journey so far, and hope to continue seeing you guys as we progress forward. P.S. There's a Patreon coming. Bye.